So let's do some trading. I trade with small stakes. I use £10 stakes to illustrate one important point. If you cannot make money with £10 stakes, you will not make money with £100 stakes or £50 stakes or £500 stakes. You have to learn the basics. You have to understand why your trade is going right or wrong and move forward. Okay? So I use small stakes to illustrate this point. If you want to learn to trade the way I do, then make sure you click on the link in the description, or jump over to tradingonbetfair.com to learn how to trade like I do and how to make actually winning trades with any size stake. All right, but for now I'll jump in and start trading. So here we go. We are at Ascot, and it's only the first 4 horses that are of interest as always, and let's do some trading. You can see it's a fully formed market, £300,000 matched already. So, but you can also see here there's, it's a completely flat market. There's nothing really happening anywhere. So what I'll do is I'll just jump in and just try and scalp out a few ticks here and there, because it's not really much else I can do. I'll just place myself at the top of these ranges here. So I'll probably move these actually, because these are, you can see this is the middle of the range, which is not the best place to try and scalp, especially with the 5-minute mark coming up, where the market is going to really pick up very, very fast. So if I were to jump in here and try and scalp, that'll work fine. But when the market starts to pick up and I'm in the middle of the range, I'm very vulnerable to a movement in this price. So I'll keep these here, but I'll wait until the 5-minute mark passes and the market picks up. So you can see here as a huge chunk of cash came in. As about £1,500 came in there and took out this whole position here in a flash. Okay, now when that happens, don't panic, okay, because it always comes, and it seems very dramatic when it happens. So if that happens, just take a minute, relax, and watch what happens, because a lot of the time it does come bouncing back down again as the market corrects itself. If it doesn't, if this settles here now and all the match money starts matching up here on 7.2, then you get out. But right now I'm quite happy to wait here and sit and wait, because normally the market will correct itself a little bit and come back down again. It might shoot off again, but it will correct itself in the short term. So you can see here now it's come back down again here. Whether or not it stays down here, I don't know yet, but I'm quite happy to wait for another few seconds. So there we go, it's the first one here. Hopefully that will get taken here. And what I'll do is, just to be sure, I'll just drag this up here, just try and basically to get out, because at this point, the longer I stay in this market, this is a trade here, the more vulnerable I am. So there you go, that's been taken there. So you can see there, just by staying calm and collected without panicking about it, you can easily survive those horrible situations where one big bet comes in and takes out like 5, 6, 7 positions in one go, which is very annoying when you're trading, but it happens. Okay. So you can see there that it has corrected itself, and whether it comes back down again, I have no idea. But the most important thing is for you to manage it correctly and actually get out of that situation without losing money. How much how much this green is doesn't matter. The fact is, I got out of there simply and efficiently without panicking. That's the main thing. So now you can see the market's still not moving here at all. The only horse that any movement is that third favourite I was trading there. So with that in mind, if I could, let's see. I think what I'll do is I'll probably try and scalp out these 2 favourites here, because there's nothing really happening. They're just bumping up and down, and with just a few minutes left on the clock, it doesn't seem like there's going to be any action here. So I'll let these sit here scalp themselves out to see if I can get another tick or 2. So the first one's taken here. I'll probably just try and scratch that off. And that one has been taken. That's cool. And this one's taken here as well, and that one. You can see here they're just lining up now. And the first one to take in, and I'll probably just drag this up here just to get rid of it. Just try and scratch that off. There we go. Now, one thing I will say, I'm going to cancel these here because now they're lining up here. And you can see the favourite is way back here. So this one will probably drift out a bit, as when they line up like that, if the favourite is not in the front, then if it's there's a good chance that it might start drifting off a little bit. Oops. You can see here I've laid it, and there you go. Just as I said, you know, it will drift off a bit because the favourite is nowhere near the front. But now, you know, with a minute left to go, I'm just going to get out of this trade here. And as always, you know, you can see here I'm just using £10 trades. All I'm doing is reading the market as I see it, and I try and call the best decisions. I'm using £10 stakes because this is not about making money for me. This is about showing you guys when you're starting out as a beginner. It's about making the right decisions. How much money you make does not matter, because you have to learn how to trade the markets. You have to understand when and why things happen. So you can see, just as I read it there, I read it when the big stake came in here and wiped out my entire position with 5 or 6, 7, 8, 9 ticks. I stayed calm, I read the market, I knew what I was doing, and same there when this favourite here drifted a little bit. I knew it was going to drift and I acted accordingly. Okay, so in the beginning you have to just learn to read the market. Your profit doesn't matter. It's about you ending up in a small amount of green and making the right decisions. How much money you make doesn't matter. Because you have to build up your confidence, you have to build up your knowledge, so that when you increase your stakes, you will have the same emotional disconnect as if you're trading with £10 stakes. So you can trade with £100 stakes, but not be emotionally connected to your trade, and so you can just so you can focus on trading and not worry about how much money you might win or lose. Okay, so now I'll move on to the next race, and I'll keep trading.